Jen, one of the things in our plan is Jen Fitzpatrick, our athletic trainer, will be our COVID contact staff member. So if anyone has any questions about COVID, or anyone has any concerns, or feel like they may have caught it, or any situation at all that they need to talk about it, they can reach out to Jen Fitzpatrick. She'll be on site every single day. She'll be at every game, every practice, everything that we do. You can go see her directly. You can send her an email. You could also call her. But she will be our COVID contact staff member for the athletic department. Indoor facilities. Every day when kids come to practice or to a game, if they're in a remote setting and they're at home, they need to come directly to the field, ready to go with their bag, in their clothes, with their uniform or their practice gear, ready to go. If kids are in school, the locker room only gets a 50% capacity, and we do not have lockers this year. So kids will have to have their bag, and they'll have to go to the locker room. Again, only 50% capacity, get dressed, get out of the locker room, bring all their stuff with them. I'm going to be there every morning at 6:45 at the concession stand. Anyone who needs to leave their bag will be able to bring their bag. The Board of Health has okayed it. We'll put it in the concession stand. No bags will touch. We'll spray down the area with disinfectant before I leave. The building will be locked until 1:49. At 1:49, I'll be out there again. Kids can come and get their bag one at a time, going to get their bag, so that way all their stuff is safe. Because I know that's going to be a big concern for everybody. Sidelines. We're going to be able to use sidelines, but kids, you're not going to see 10 kids sitting on a bench anymore. They're going to have to all be spread out. So we may have 4 or 5 benches on a sideline so a kid could sit down. In practice, at practice, it used to be, we'd go to soccer practice, you'd see the JV and the varsity practice together. There'd be 50 kids all practicing all at one time. Well, now what's going to happen is we're going to end up putting into groups of 25 or less, varsity in half a field, JV in half a field, freshmen in their own half a field. So they're going to be separated by their groups of 25. Within those groups of 25, they're going to be separated even down even further in groups of less than 10, cohorts. In those cohorts of less than 10, they'll do their workouts, they'll do their exercises, they'll do their skills and drills until it's time to scrimmage. We won't be having the national anthem. We won't be announcing all the kids. We won't be doing all the stuff we normally do. We're going to get right to gameplay and keep people separate as much as we can, and hopefully that will keep everybody safe. Basically, coaches have to wear their face masks at all time. Officials have to wear their face masks at all time, and spectators will have to have their face masks at all time. The expectation is if you're in the stadium, you've got a face mask on and you are separate. I will be there. I will be enforcing that. We'll also have our COVID tracker there to make sure we get all that information. And Jen will be there, and hopefully everybody will follow along and be safe. Post-game, we expect everyone to leave the stadium immediately. After a JV game, we're going to clean everything. And then we expect the kids to go home, take a shower, wash your hands, clean all of your equipment, wash your uniform, wash all your stuff as much as you can. Sanitize or disinfect your cleats, your ball, all your gear. We expect you to do that because when you bring the next day, we'd like it disinfected so if it had anything, nobody will get it. Spectators. This is a heated topic in District 7. In the Tri-Valley, they are not allowing any fans. They're talking about the same thing in the Bay State League of no fans, possibly only home fans. They haven't decided yet. In the Hockomock League, we have decided, and we're going to have one more meeting about it before the season, about having home fans only to try to keep the cohorts as small as possible. And so what would happen is our home fans would be able to come to the home games. And what we would try to do is give each player 2 tickets that they would get for the season to get them into their 5 home games. A freshman soccer player would get a gray ticket. A JV would get a white ticket. A varsity player would get a red ticket. They'd get 2 tickets to give to their family so they can come to the games. It's not perfect, but our feeling in the Hockomock League is it'd be a shame for senior parents or family members not to be able to see their kids play. They're only going to have 5 to 7 home games, and we really want them to be able to see their kids play if we can. If things get worse, we may not have any fans. If the governor opens it, we had 100 people could be at a gathering earlier this summer. Hopefully the trend will go that way and we'll be able to open up more. When you go to away stadiums, you will not be able to get into the facility. Only the home fans will go there. So if you drive your kid to Sharon for a soccer game or a field hockey game, they will not be allowing anyone in. It'll only be the home fans. Contact tracing. One of the big things that we have to do now is we have to contact trace anyone who comes to any event that we have. The governor has limited the amount of people to 50 that can come to an event being a game. So if we have a soccer game on a Monday, we have JV soccer at 3:45, we have varsity soccer at 6 o'clock. At the JV soccer game, only 50 people are allowed to come into the stadium as fans. As far as the teams go, at our home area, our full team can be there, their full team can be there. They do not count. Any essential workers do not count towards that 50. It's fans who come into the facility. With all those people that are there, our team, the other team, all the workers have to be contact traced. And Michael Hart, one of our head baseball coach, has set up a QR code where people are going to be able to go, scan it, answer the questions of whether or not they have any symptoms of COVID. They're going to put in the date that they were there. They're going to put in where they're from, their address, their cell phone number, and their email address. All that information will be in there along with answering those questions of whether or not they have a symptom. We've got to do that for everyone who comes to our stadium. So that's why most, if not all of our games will be within Beaupre Stadium, so we can manage that.